Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. Today I'm looking at, uh, I guess you could say, what I would consider a forgotten part of the player's handbook. Now, exactly what this is Appendix 5. Okay? Appendix 5. So, suggested agreements for division of treasure. Now, when we played back in the day, treasure was evenly divided, monetary treasure, evenly divided between all the PCs, regardless of level. Everyone who showed up got their share. If you had henchmen, henchmen got paid out of your share, unless they did something fucking amazing during the adventure, where the other players said, "Oh, we should give something extra to Bonzo, the goblin fighter," right? But magic items, magic items went to who needs it the most. What's most beneficial? Beneficial. Oh, there's a +1 longsword. Let's give it to the fighter. You know. Now, if you got to the point where obviously somebody's not getting stuff, or it's all miscellaneous treasure that nobody specifically needs, yeah, you dice for it. But I don't recall reading the suggested agreements for division of treasure because I think I would have remembered this because it becomes very convoluted. In any case, equal shares, share and share alike, is a simple division by the total number of characters involved. That's what we did. Shares by level is a division where all character levels of experience are added and the total treasure divided by this sum. One share of treasure is given for each experience level. Note, for multi-class characters, add one half of the class levels to the greater class levels to determine experience levels for the division of treasure. Characters with two classes receive shares for the class levels they are permitted to employ. So if you are dual classed and you haven't exceeded the level in your first class, you're only counted as a single that's your current level. But once you are able to employ the abilities of both, well then bam goes up. That just seems a bit. Equal shares plus bonus is a method to reward excellence and leadership. Treasure is divided by the sum of all characters plus 2 or 3. The outstanding character or characters, as determined by vote, each gain one extra share. Modifiers. Now, if that wasn't confusing enough, we now have modifiers. Non player characters who are henchmen of a player character count as one half character or for one half of their levels and cannot gain bonus shares. A character incapacitated or killed, but subsequently brought back to life, is eligible to share only in treasure gained prior to such incapacity or death. So you're going to need two sets of shares going on. Characters who are uncooperative, who obstruct the party, attack party members, or are the proximate cause of the incapacitation or death of a party member shall forfeit from 1/4 to all of their share on as penalty for their actions. Well, are we signing contracts before going on an adventure? That's what this stuff sounds like, right? This sounds like a bunch of lawyers got involved in the process of dividing up monetary treasure, and it's like, oh wait, hold on, we need an exception to that just in case. What? Well, we need the Tenkarian rule in there, just in case you fumbled your fireball and Impact Zero took out the henchman. We need to make sure we can penalize them. Well, how about we go on to this? Magical treasures. This is where it gets interesting. Like it wasn't already interesting. While it is a simple matter to total coins and precious items, which can be sold for an established amount of money, the division of magic items is far more difficult. It is thereby necessary for party members to determine how magic will be divided. Again, I told you we would divide. Who needs this? Who will get the most benefit from this? You know, right? Isn't that usually the way it goes? Not in Gary World. Or at least not as these proposed as it's suggested agreements. And by the way, an agreement can be considered contract. I'm just throwing it out there. Again, when lawyers get involved in game design, this is apparently what happens. It is therefore necessary for party members to determine how magic will be divided. As the number of items which will be gained is unknown, selection of a system of division is not possible until after the adventure is concluded. All right. If but one or two items of magic are gained, these can be grouped singly or paired to equal shares of treasure. If one is of relatively small worth, it can be grouped with money to equal one share. But now, if that's equaling one share, now you got to balance, you got to rejigger the money. But here's two. 3 or more magic items. Oh no, no, we got 3. Best item. Next, A is best item. Sorry, I should say that. B is next best item. C is third plus fourth item. D, X amount of money as compensation for not getting any magic items. Okay. 3 or more magic items, alternate method. Best item, second best item plus X amount of money. Fourth item plus 3 times amount of money. Whatever happened to third item? I guess we just don't. Maybe we sell the third item to make up the money that we have to throw in for these people who got. And how do we decide the power of the magic item? Is it the resale cost? Is it the experience value and the DMG? Is it the use that we have in the party? If you have nobody who casts, if you have, for those in the 5th edition world, no arcane casters, but say you have no magic users in the party, and you got a wand of fireballs, nobody can use it. You're going to sell it, right? They don't mention selling magic items, by the way, but that's what you're going to do. Magic items thus parceled are then diced for. The character with the highest roll selecting first, and then the second highest scoring character choosing next, etc. It is suggested. And I'm assuming when they say dice for, they're saying roll a d20 because it's the largest die you have, but it is suggested that each character be given a number of rolls equal to his or her level of experience. And I'm guessing that you figure out the level the same way you figure out the level under the modifiers under the initial part of the agreement, but in any case. And the highest of these rolls being the one retained. Non-player character henchmen are typically allowed but a single roll. So we're going to allow a henchman. Usually your henchman got your hand-me-down magic items. Well, the henchman rolled a 20. Well, they get the girdle of hill giant strength. You get shit. What? That's the fucking, the henchman cleric that doesn't have to come. Yeah, well, he rolled the natural 20, and that's what he would pick. I think I see a henchman going off a cliff at some point. Variations on the above systems are, of course, possible. Systems should always be established prior to the inception of the adventure whenever possible. But you just don't know for the treasure until you have the treasure. They stay just above magical items. You don't know what you're going to get. So how are you going to oh, jeez. We can see why TSR became litigious later on. Because it built it in to the player's handbook. I don't recall reading this. I probably saw it, looked at it, and went, yeah, we're just going to divide the treasure equally. And then whoever needs the magic item uses the best gets it. I don't know why that part was just kind of left out. How did you run this back in the day. How do you run this now? Do you run this differently now than you did 30 years ago? 40 years ago. Is this a level of legality that was required or suggested 40 years ago? Suggested. Is that what we're still suggesting today? I'd like to see your feedback, your comments. If you like this channel, if you're enjoying this channel, please subscribe, thumbs up, comment. It all helps. If we can get, I turn holy crap, 56 at the end of the month. So if by the end of the month we can get to 3,000 subscribers, we'll give away $300 in drive-through RPG gift certificates on one of the Wednesday Talking Crit live streams. Multiple people will get it. Won't go to all one person. Well, that would be fun too. But so we get there. We get there. If we don't get there, I'm sure we'll do something when we hit 3,000. But I can't guarantee you it'll be that potentially profitable for the listeners and the viewers. All right, folks. On that note, safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice. Roll them well. Wednesday, live stream, Talking Crit, 8 p.m. I believe Joe Block is our special guest. Look forward to seeing you all then. All right, folks. God bless. Good night.